Hi, I'm Karen Redman, Chair of Waterloo Region, and I'm here to talk with you about COVID-19 again. Kind of feels like COVID-19's been around for a while, doesn't it? And I suspect it's going to be around for a while longer. And that's one of the reasons why I want to remind all of us of the things that public health have told us. COVID-19 is spread by a virus from one person to the next. It is really important that we practice physical distancing, that we sneeze or cough into our arm or our hanky, and that we make sure we never touch our hands to our face unless our hands are clean, and that we wash our hands very often. Now, great weather is coming, and I know it's really tempting to want to go to the park or go out in the street and play hockey with your friends, but we're still asking you to stay home. You can play in your yard, you can hang out with the people who live in your house, but if you want to talk to your friends and family, you can use the telephone or you can use the computer. I talked to my grandkids this past week over Zoom, and it was one of our family's birthdays, so it was kind of fun to have a virtual birthday party. I want to thank my friend, local historian Rich Mills, for helping me with a quiz that my grandkids thought was really fun. I hope you think it's fun too, and maybe we'll all learn a little bit about Waterloo Region. Victoria Park is a really popular name in Waterloo Region. There are 4 communities in Waterloo Region that have Victoria Parks. I'm going to give you a list, and I want you to figure out which one doesn't have a Victoria Park. Are you ready? Ayr, New Hamburg, Kitchener, Cambridge Galt, Cambridge Hespeler. Do you know which one doesn't have a Victoria Park? Well, if you guessed New Hamburg, you're right. They don't have a Victoria Park. You know, there's a great unsolved mystery connected to the Victoria Park in Kitchener. There was a statue of the head and shoulders, it's called a bust, of the first leader of the country of Germany named Kaiser Wilhelm I. It had been placed in Victoria Park in 1897. When war broke out in 1914, 3 men pulled the bust down and they threw it in the lake. Now, Wilhelm I was long dead, but his grandson Wilhelm II was leader of Germany and took that country into World War I. The bust was recovered from the lake and it was stored in a meeting hall downtown that was used before the war by the Concordia Society. That was a social society that promoted choirs and singing in the community. In 1916, during a drunken riot, soldiers and citizens broke into the hall. They stole the bust and they took it back to the soldiers' barracks. It disappeared shortly thereafter. It has never been seen again. There's some evidence that it might have gone to London when the soldiers went there for further training, but that's never been proven. Do you know what technology made the city of Waterloo famous? It's now ubiquitous, and that means it's everywhere. So if you guess computers, you would be right. The University of Waterloo was among the very first in Canada to use and develop the potential of computers. Waterloo is also home of the BlackBerry. But historically, Waterloo was famous for the distilling processes for both beer and whiskey, and that technology is still being used today. Do you know what the city of Cambridge is known for in the world of entertainment? Maybe you've been to Ontario Place or Disney World and seen those huge screens, and they're called IMAX, and they were developed by 2 residents of Galt. There was a very famous CBC radio host named Peter Zosky, and Peter attended school in Cambridge. And you may know that there are many television and major movies filmed in downtown Galt to take advantage of the wonderful bridges, the beautiful stonework, and the rivers in downtown Galt and surrounding neighborhoods. You may also know that many segments of The Handmaid's Tale have been filmed there. There used to be 5 townships before the region of Waterloo was formed in 1972. One of them is no longer around. Is it Wellesley, Waterloo, Wilmot, Woolwich, or North Dumfries? If you guessed Waterloo, you got that one right. I want to thank you for spending this time with me. I want to thank you for continuing to listen to the rules and adhering to physical isolation, social distancing, I know that together we can make sure we come through this stronger. We will look after everyone, and